So I started vlogging again. I haven't been talking to the camera this whole time that I've been here, just kind of missing a earring. Okay. Haven't been talking to the camera much, just taking pictures and videos as I have a chance to of my time here, and have extended for yet another month, just to see if this is not a fluke. Make sure that it's actually a place where I could see myself living long term. I'll maybe talk about my experience trying to figure out Paris. And I'm having a very, very late dinner, but I had a couple of meetings, interview just now, and I'm gonna eat and try to fill myself up and quickly before the sun goes down, because I want to go by the water and just sit down and just reflect and meditate. Yeah, this has been a healing experience for sure. I bet that there's a lot of women out there, a lot of Black women out there who, if you just gave them an opportunity to get on a plane, get the hell out of America and land somewhere like this, they would feel tremendously better. That's the best prescription, probably. Hello everyone. So I'm doing a quick afternoon trip to Sintra, which is a location in, I think it's still considered Lisbon. And I am specifically going to see a Moorish castle. So I was doing some reflection when I was in bed earlier today, like, how do I feel about visiting all these castles and palaces that were basically paid for by the labor of my ancestors, and labor that was they were not compensated for, right? Like, I don't want to feed into the colonial tourism market, if that's makes sense. So I was like, okay, I don't really want to go and pay for any old castle. Maybe I should go specifically to one that kind of relates to the Black community. And I don't know if I should say lucky for me, but I did find this castle in Sintra. I'm gonna put the name of it on the screen because I don't want to mispronounce it, but basically this was a time where the Moorish Empire had occupied Lisbon / Portugal, I believe, for quite some time, during that whole crusade against Christians and Muslims, right? So I'm going to learn a little bit of history of when the Blacks had control over a European country for once, and see what lessons I can pull from that. All right, talk to you soon. Decided to walk to the castle once I got off the train. It's supposed to be a 17-minute walk. It was a nice view, but I am exhausted from these hills. There are so many hills. Did not do my research, and maybe there isn't even anything out there that says this, but if you are coming to the Moor Castle in Sintra, don't try to dress cute. Don't wear your flimsy flip-flops or cute heels. You better put on some athletic gear and some good gripped sneakers with like the spikes in them at the bottom, and be prepared to hike. I am exhausted. I haven't even reached the top yet. I'm still at the bottom. And I don't even know how I'm going to get out of here. I remember this day specifically was a turning point for me. I think it was officially my 1.5-month anniversary of leaving the US after a very traumatic experience, and 1 month after I decided to stay in Lisbon longer after I landed there by accident. I was chatting on WhatsApp with a friend, another Black woman based in New York, who was telling me how I should write a book about my experience leaving the States, because a lot of Black women would probably relate and get a huge revelation out of it. And this has nothing to do with the tour of the Moorish castle, but going on that trail forced me for the first time to slow down and really think about where I ended up and how so many women like me with similar stories don't have an ending like this. Maybe if we want to force a relevancy to the Moorish history, you can say that rather than have our stories amplified, we're often expelled or expel ourselves from environments causing us harm. The US caused me a lot of harm. Like, I'm officially diagnosed with complex PTSD because of my experiences. And statistically, for Black women, that usually means either ending up dead by suicide or homicide, or in best case scenario, institutionalized because they have no one or nowhere to turn to. When I think about the fact that I was able to escape for some sort of freedom abroad, and have the luxury of a sabbatical where I'm just exploring myself and my history, I feel entirely blessed. And I'll definitely be talking a lot about this in the next vlogs to come. This was just a quick taste of what I've experienced and what I'm thinking about as a refugee, in my opinion, from America. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for the next episode.